Please describe your job title and primary duties.
I was a sales associate, and my primary duties was I worked within the women's department, so keeping the women's department tidy, keeping the mannequins up to date with the fashion, and getting up sales. So bringing people into my department as much as possible. I worked in the Missy's department within the ladies. So it was like because they have the dresses, and then it was more like the active, more casual wear of the Missy department of clothing.
What was the work environment like?
It was pretty awesome, actually. I mean, the people that I work with, it was a little bit competitive only because we did have to get a certain number of sales, and as well, there's a paper that was printed out every day that told you where you were in your numbers, how many sales did you get, and things of that sort, but it wasn't as if competitive. It was a good competition.
How would you describe the application and interview process?
I only had one interview, and it was the interview in the Career Center with the store manager.
What questions did the interviewer ask during the job interview?
I'm pretty sure it was about my background and my degree and things of that sort.
What should an applicant wear to the job interview?
Oh, you should definitely, I'm trying to see if they like personality. What they do like personality, they like someone because it's a very fashionable store. It's not like your average store. They want someone that is very aware of fashion, someone that their clothes are nicely pressed, are nicely cleaned. You cannot, since you are trying to sell clothing to a customer, they want to make sure that you know how to dress as well. So you want to look really nice, really clean, really sharp, if you want that type of position, and basically keep it up as well. If your wardrobe itself is not up to par, then use the opportunity to shop there, because they do once you become employed there, they give you a 50% off discount so that you can rack up on your clothing and your wardrobe so that you can look like a Dillard's employee, which isn't your typical employee. We've had managers that wore suits every day in the men's department. So they do want you to look like, so you have to definitely look sharp.
How were you notified that you received the job?
Yeah, she called me and told me, because I remember being excited. And then I had to go in to sign some paperwork. But she called me, and that's how she notified me.
What other advice would you give to a job seeker looking to gain employment?
Be sales-driven. It's not something where it's not something where you can be shy, because it is a store, and you do have to have your sales, and you do have to get your sales, and you have to build customer rapport, because the way dealers work, they expect you to build a customer rapport where you have a sheet and you have these customers that only come to you. They love it when the customers say, oh no, I only deal with Emanuela, or I only deal with Jessica. They love that, so that person only comes to you, and that's how you have that clientele. They want that. They want someone who's driven, who's sales-driven, who's really good with people, so you can build that clientele, and they only come to you, and you can become like their stylist. Oh yes, and keep up with fashion. The store manager expected that. Vogue magazine, anything that it is, keep up with fashion so that you can give the best advice to your clients.